Bonjour, 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 and welcome back to the Waves of Your Soul. Today's video is going to be a pick a card reading dedicated to finding out what are your dreams trying to tell you, trying to figure out if there's any hidden messages in your dreams, whether you remember a specific dream or not. You might be coming to this reading with a specific dream in mind that you remember very well, in which case this reading will serve as trying to analyze it. You might also be someone who doesn't remember their dreams very well, but that just wants to know what their subconscious is trying to tell them. And dreams are always a great place to explore, to find out what it is that our soul, our subconscious is trying to tell us. The inspiration behind this reading was truly Pisces season. It felt correct to do one last dip into the big cosmic vibes of Pisces, to explore the dream world, to get messages from your soul and your subconscious. So if you don't know how pick a card reading works, in front of you, you can see three different piles. This is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Each pile is going to contain a different message, and all you need to do is intuitively decide the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. In the description box, you'll find timestamps for each of the pile. You'll also find all the names of the decks I'm using, as well as other videos of mine you may want to check out, and all of my other social media links. Because if you're new here, hi, my name is Marine, I'm a French tarot reader. On my channel I love doing readings and I love talking about cards, as they are a huge passion of mine. So if you'd like to see any of that, make sure to subscribe, and if this reading brings you anything of value, you're welcome to leave it a thumbs up or leave me a comment. It's a small gesture and it does really help my channel to grow. Today, of course, the choices of decks were very dream inspired, dreamlike, and so for my pile number 1, you can choose thanks to this Selenite crystal, or the deck associated is called the Starchild Tarot, which looks like this. All the cosmic vibes, very beautiful collage style deck, truly a Pisces deck through and through, so it felt appropriate for this season and the theme of exploring our dreams. My pile number 2, you can choose thanks to this little clear quartz, or the deck associated is a Nicoletta Ceccoli. Very different vibes. Here this deck might be something that appeals to people who have potentially darker dreams, maybe who are not afraid to go a little bit deeper into their subconscious, maybe even look at nightmares. If this particular imagery is resonating with you, then your message could be in pile number 2. Finally, for my pile number 3, you can choose thanks to this little Citrine crystal, and the deck associated is called the Monsoon Tarot. Again, very dreamlike. This time it's very fantasy inspired, almost like storybook, but it's a beautiful deck, very ethereal, and so perfect for exploring the dream world. So if this particular imagery is resonating with you right now, then your message could be in pile number 3. In order to help you choose the pile that's calling out to you, in case any of you have still some doubt, I'm going to be pulling one little oracle card and we'll be reading it at the end of each reading. But this particular card might help you choose the pile for you. So pile number 1, we'll have this one. For my pile number 2, we'll have this. And for my pile number 3, we'll have this. So without further ado, let's get into your reading and find out what are your dreams trying to tell you. Hey, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So if you chose the Selenite crystal, or the butterfly card, or the Starchild deck, then this is going to be the reading for you. Lots to choose from in this particular reading. I wanted to give you all the options. As I mentioned in the intro, today's reading is dedicated to finding out what are your dreams trying to tell you, if there's any hidden messages in your dreams. And again, you don't need to remember a specific dream to get into this reading. You could just take this as a general, what is your subconscious trying to tell you, what is your soul trying to tell you when you're dreaming. But of course, if you have a specific dream in mind that you remember, then you can apply this reading to this particular dream. I'm not going to be using any spread today. I want to keep this very free-flowing, which feels appropriate as we're dealing with the dream world. The dream world is very non-linear, it's very blurry, it's full of metaphors and allegories and stories. So I'm not going to limit us with any spreads today. It's going to be a free reading, free flowing, and we'll see what we can channel for you. We're going to be pulling 3 cards and see what we can channel for my pile number 1. What is your dreams trying to tell you? Okay, only Wands. So we have the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, comes through passion, comes through energy. So first off, it could be very likely that some of your dreams right now, my pile number 1, are a little steamy or passionate in some way. Obviously, this is a general reading, you might not apply to everyone, but this might actually be something that's recurrent in your dream. Maybe some like passionate dreams, some sensual dreams, some steamy kind of dreams, but also generally speaking, dreams where there's a lot of action, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of energy. It could be like you're running, it could be a dream where you're like going places, it could be a dream where you're very active. Only Wands card, we're getting a lot of energy, we're getting a lot of inner fire. So it could be that through your dream, your creativity, your passion is actually coming through. It's a call for digging into your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, where we truly create, where we feel like passionate, we feel this like inner fire that allows us to burn through any kind of challenges and difficulties, because we're going after our passions, we're going after our dreams, our goals, things that excite us, things that give us the butterflies in our stomach. So it could be that you're excited about a particular project right now, something that really is like tapping into your creative side. It could be that you're excited about a person right now, a potential relationship, potential partner, something like that, that gives you the butterflies. But there's something on your mind that is very much linked to passion, sensuality, creativity, inner fire, that your soul is picking up on and that is translating into your dreams. There is here an invitation to truly tap into your creative power, birth something, to create something. So like I was saying, whether you're encouraged to pursue a certain relationship, whether you're encouraged to pursue a certain project, to take up a certain activity, to birth something into the world, write your own book, start a project, write that song, whatever it is, I feel like you are something is activated within you right now, that the universe is trying to channel through you. It could be an artistic project, it could be like I was saying, a relationship, it could be a certain dream that you have, like a project or a goal that requires some creativity, or something that is trying to be burst into the world through you. Really relates with how much you believe that you can create and how much power do you believe that you can channel. The 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and 5 of Wands is like giving me the image of an electric current that's trying to come through you, and all you need to do is turn on the switch so that the full circuit illuminates, so that you get the full epiphany, so that you get the full idea, so that you get the full project, so that you can really see the whole picture of your manifestation. And maybe the switch is actually coming through in your dreams, because in your day-to-day life you haven't quite figured out that there's a switch to be turned on yet, metaphorically. Like the electric current is building up in you, but you haven't quite yet allowed yourself to turn the switch on to burst this project, to go after this relationship, to go after this particular dream, to manifest this particular plan, to book that particular travel trip, to write the book, write the song, whatever it may be that you are being asked to birth into the world, to create, to transform. So I'm seeing also strong alchemy vibes here, that your dreams might have some hidden layers here. The particular phase of alchemy where we have finally boiled down everything that no longer serves us and we're alchemizing into gold nuggets. So your dreams right now could be giving you gold nuggets that you could apply into your day-to-day life. It could be bits of wisdom about the certain dreams, relationship, projects that you are invited to follow. It's about following your gut. With the Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Five of Wands, you're being asked to follow your gut. You're being asked to be a bit spontaneous. You're being asked to step through the portal, just like in this Eight of Wands here, you can see you're being asked to like take a little bit of a leap of faith, but in a way where you are following your passion. It's something that excites you, something that gives you the butterfly. And again, everyone is going to be different. It could be a relationship, could be a friendship, could be a job opportunity, could be a creative project like I was saying, but it's something that gives you the butterflies, that where you are being asked through your dreams to actually go for it, to remove any kind of like layer, barrier, guilt, shame, doubt, or anything like that that you might have from your day-to-day life, and to light the switch up so that this build-up of energy that you're feeling, that's coming through in your dreams, can finally be released, and that's so that the whole circuit can illuminate. I'm really seeing this particular metaphor of the electric current here. Don't ask me why, but we're dealing with dreams, so the metaphor could be very random. I want to pull a couple of oracle cards, see if there's anything else we haven't covered. We have support and we have express. That could be something that your dreams are trying to like tell you right now, is that whatever is that through you going after this particular dream, relationship, goal, through you following your solar plexus chakra, you will still be supported. So maybe some of you have dreams of like being alone, feeling lost in the crowds, and you're looking for someone and you can't find them. That could be something like I think we've all had those particular dreams where we are looking for someone and we can't find them and we feel lost, and we're turning in like maze. Some of you might be dreaming of maze as well, of being lost in a city, not finding your way, you can't get home, all of that. These usually are signs that we are looking for support externally, that we need to be a little bit more surrounded right now, that we could be asking for more help or support from our friends, our family, our loved ones. And so I think that's something that's coming through here. Look at those beautiful cards. This support card right here, which is so poetic. If you have any of those dreams, like I was saying, where you're feeling a bit lost, you can't find your way home, anything like that, your dreams want you to know that you are supported, you are guided, and also that help is available, and that maybe you would benefit in your day-to-day life to ask for help a little bit, to delegate maybe a little bit, to get in touch with your friends, maybe reconnect with some friendships, with some special people in your life, to extend a hand if you're feeling a bit lonely, as there are definitely people there for you who are only waiting for you to reach out in order to come and support you and elevate you and love you. So that's another message coming through. Let's pull one last oracle card before we discover what this one had to say. Let's see. Incorporate. And look how beautiful. It literally looks like this person is channeling something from their root chakra, right? From a place that's very sensual, very passionate, very fiery. And it's literally illuminating them all the way to their crown chakra. So it's almost like channeling something, but instead of channeling something from the universe down, it's channeling something from the place of passion, sensuality, and all of that, all the way up. So really true. And like I remember at the beginning of the reading, I was saying like some of you might be having some steamy dreams, some sexy dreams. We're here right now, and so it's a build-up of energy. It's something that's trying to be built through you, and you're being asked to listen to it and to incorporate that energy into your day-to-day life in order to create something beautiful out of it. Some of you might even be thinking about getting pregnant, and so that could be also something you are like birthing soon, or like in the works of creating. I don't know how to say that. If that's something obviously that you desire, it could be that your dreams are like preparing you for this birth, for this change, for this creation of a human being. So that's also something that could be happening for my pile number one. Again, of course, if that's something that's of interest to you. Let's check out this little message here to wrap up the reading. We have the Monarch Butterfly transformation. How do you define survival? Is existing enough? Is plodding along, minimizing risk and avoiding confrontation okay? Or would you prefer more joy and amusement? Each Monarch Butterfly undergoes 4 transformations. As you age, you will also experience phases resulting in change. These periods will test you. The question is, have those minutes, months, or years that have passed been as fulfilling and rewarding as you would like? If not, break free and transform. Beautiful. I love that so much. So there's also an invitation from all this build-up of energy, this electric current that's trying to come through you, to break free from potential any outdated versions of yourself that you want to let go of, and maybe transforming yourself into someone completely different, and redefining yourself as maybe someone more sensual, sexual, passionate, creative. Maybe those were not adjectives that used to define you, and maybe that's a side of yourself that you deep down want to embrace more, and I think that's really beautiful. So my pile number 1, that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that this reading brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to give my video a thumbs up, or you can leave me a comment. I love to read you and I respond to all of my comments. I hope that you're doing well and taking care of yourself, and until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this particular card, the Clear Quartz Tower, or if you chose the Nicoletta Ceccoli deck, lots to choose from today, then this is going to be your reading. As I mentioned in the intro, today's reading is going to be dedicated to finding out what are your dreams trying to tell you, finding out if there's any hidden messages in your dreams. And again, if you have a specific dream in mind, then definitely you can use this reading to go deeper into it. But if you're not someone who remembers their dreams very well, then you're very welcome to go at this particular reading open-minded and to just get a general view on what your subconscious, what your soul is trying to express to you through your dreams. And I'm excited because you chose this particular deck, which I love personally to use for dream work, even though sometimes it stings. It's very good. So I'm excited to be reading with this one for you guys. And I didn't want to be using spreads today, so we're just gonna keep this open and flowy and see what we can channel. What are your dreams trying to tell? My pile number 2. Let's pull. Okay, we have 2 more. Okay, we have the King of Wands, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 6 of Swords, and we have Strength. Can I fit all of that? I think I can. Wonderful. As I mentioned, when you guys picked this particular pile, I was already getting nightmare vibes. As soon as I planned this reading and this deck wanted to work, immediately got the vibe that potentially it could be good to help dive into some nightmares. So for some of you, maybe the dream you've been having recently that you want to dive into and that you're trying to find out what it means. Could be a stressful dream, it could be a bit of an anxious dream, it could be a dream that's not super nice, that's borderline nightmarish. So that might be why you're here, and that's coming through with like the 9 of Swords here, the 6 of Swords. There could be some fear coming through. If your dreams are not necessarily stressful, you're not having nightmares, there is still an underlying theme here of anxiousness I'm getting from this 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, King of Wands, and Strength. You do have this like restless energy. So maybe in your dreams right now you are running away from stuff. You might be finding yourself like a lot of running away from something. Maybe you're being chased. That could be something recurring. And also I'm also getting the vibe of like feeling small. So maybe, you know, in Alice in Wonderland when she drinks the potion and everything becomes bigger. Some of you might be having dreams like that where you're really small and everything else is really big. That's coming through for kind of like the dreams you might be having right now. In terms of what it means though and what your dreams are trying to tell you, we do have an encouragement from your soul, from your guides, from the universe, from your higher self, whatever you believe in, coming through your dreams to say you can do this. And so I think for some of you maybe right now you're going through a bit of a tough time in your day-to-day life, and that's transpiring into your dream life. So maybe your day-to-day is a bit stressful, there might be some challenges, maybe you're facing with some like change. We have the transition card here with the Six of Swords, so you might be moving away from something into something else. There might be some big transition happening in your life. Maybe you're changing job, maybe you're changing home, maybe you are in the process of just something that could trigger and bring a little bit of anxiety. With the King of Wands coming, you could also have a lot on your plate right now, and things could just be feeling a little bit overwhelming. Look at this Nine of Swords. I think it's potentially one of my favorite Nine of Swords ever. Really makes us feel this feeling of like, yeah, anxiousness, restlessness, wanting to hide away from potentially responsibilities or things that we have to do but that are weighing on our mind. Maybe there's some deadlines you have to hit and it's like really weighing on you at work or whatever. And so I'm sensing, my pile number 2 right now, you may be not having the best time in your day-to-day life, and so obviously that's coming through in your dream world, as this is where your soul, your subconscious can express itself, but it's also where your guides and your ancestors and your angels, if you believe in that, can also communicate with you. And with Strength and the King of Wands, the biggest message here coming through is to say, first, you'll get through this, because whatever these challenges that you're facing, you have the tools to literally slay that monster, to slay that demon. We have two badass figures here slaying, literally managing to vanquish whatever monster is bothering them. First, with this card, is letting you know you have the inner capacities, you have the inner resilience, you have the motivation, you have the tools, you are guided, you will be able to overcome this challenge, to move across that mountain and to come out victorious. Very particular message. Like, also some of you might be in like some kind of judicial nightmare, like you might be having some like court things happening, like that is stressing you out, and I'm getting a message that things could be going really well for you once you overcome the stress. You could be actually be winning the case, if that's something that is on your mind. It's specific, but it's coming through. Again, this King of Wands coming with this power to slay whatever is in their way, to literally burn through any resistance, any challenges, or anyone who dares to stand in their path. The message here for my pile number 2 is things might be a little bit stressful right now. I can see that with those like swords card coming up, but you also are being told from your dreams, through your dreams, that you will overcome whatever is coming through, that you have the inner resilience, you have the tools, you are being supported, you have the inner fire, you have the creativity as well to vanquish any metaphorical monster that's standing in your way, to climb that mountain and to overcome this challenge. So I think you're being guided specifically through this reading to not give up, as right now things could be feeling very heavy, but your guides, your subconscious, your dreams want you to know that you will overcome this, that you will come out victorious. So it's truly a very empowering, encouraging message here that I feel like some of you needed to hear, but it's obviously not diminishing that whatever you might be going through could definitely be something painful and difficult. I want to pull some oracle cards, see if there's any other message we need to know from my pile number 2 about hidden messages in your dreams, what your dreams are trying to tell you. We have Frontier, beautiful. Yeah, there could be some boundaries issues right now, and that's something that's coming through in your dreams. Some of you might need to install better boundaries in your life. Maybe you need to be a little bit more protective of your time, of your energy, of your heart. Maybe you might be needing to cut some energetic cords from some situations or some people who don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. And we have wound, yeah. So it's a confirmation that right now, not necessarily a fun time for my pile number 2, but again, with this boundaries and wound card, we do have the idea here of it's also a healing time, and your dreams are trying to tell you that. And your dreams are trying to tell you that you do have the inner resources to heal yourself, to overcome this, to move away from this particular challenging time into calmer waters. And so it's also an encouragement, a support. It's like a hug from the universe is what I'm seeing with this particular reading, which is very beautiful, and I think something that maybe my pile number 2 needs. Let's pull another oracle card and then we'll read what this last message had to say. So one last card for my pile number 2. Anything that we can add around what your dreams mean right now. Interconnection. Dreams want to remind you that you are not alone, as we are all interconnected with everything in the world. As human beings, we're connected with other humans, but we're also connected with nature, with spirit, with animals, to remind you that you are not alone. If you are feeling a bit stranded and estranged from your humankind, maybe this is an invitation to connect to nature, to animals, to nature spirits, or to your ancestors. There is definitely here an invitation to reconnect with spirits of the world, again, whether it's humans or not, that could help you remember you are not alone, that you are connected with all things on this earth, and to remind you of the beauty that the world can offer. Because I feel like for my pile number 2, that could be something very beneficial, is to seeing some beauty in the world, to remind ourselves that there is some beauty there, some love there, some support there, especially if you're going through a little bit of a hard time right now. Let's wrap up the reading. We'll see what this little card had to say. And look, we have pangolin protection, of course. When we live in fear, moving slowly with a suit of armor, we place limits upon ourselves. Our choices become confining and our options uninspiring. Instead of enduring each day, embrace the possibilities. Try out new experiences, learn new content, and take chances. Even when you fall and wish you had been more cautious, life should be energizing. Because when you shed your armor and find the courage to dare, those lessons will birth confidence and plant seeds for new adventures and dreams. Beautiful. And it makes so much sense that my pile number 2 had the protection card, because yeah, if you're going through a difficult time right now, it's normal that you want to protect your energy, protect yourself. We did have the frontier card here, which is very linked, so beautiful confirmation for my pile number 2. And that's what I'm gonna have for you today. I hope that these readings brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to give my video a thumbs up. It's a nice exchange of energy and it does really help my channel to grow. Of course, you can leave me a comment. I love to read you and I respond to all of you. And until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this particular card, the Citrine crystal or the Monsoon Tarot, then this is going to be the reading for you. And as I said in the intro, we are looking at what are your dreams trying to tell you today. So if there's any hidden messages in your dreams, and again, you can come up to this reading with a specific dream in mind that you remember that you want to delve into, or if you don't remember any specific dream, you could still be getting messages around, generally speaking, what your soul, what your subconscious are trying to tell you through your dreams right now. So I don't have any spreads today. We're going to be pulling some cards, free flow reading. I want to try and keep this short but sweet. Hopefully something useful that you can apply to your day-to-day life that's coming from your dream life. So what are your dreams trying to tell you right now? My pile number 3. Let's see. We have 2 of fire. We have the devil. And we have the 6 of air, which is the equivalent of the 6 of swords in this deck. Okay, so for my pile number 3, I think what's coming through in your dream world right now are potentially dreams of exploration, of adventure, of quest. You might be having some very phantasmagorical, even absurd dreams where things are not making any sense at all. You're in other worlds, you're in with somewhere with like magical creatures, something very phantasmagorical, something nonsensical, maybe like the world is upside down in like a complete different dimension. You can see that the dreams my pile number 3 might have been having recently are definitely dreams related to exploration, quest, adventure, and going into a new world, which for me translates to your dreams trying to tell you that right now is a moment of evolution for my pile number 3, and that right now in your day-to-day life there are opportunities for a fresh start, for leveling up, from moving away from somewhere into somewhere new, especially because we have the 2 of Fire, 6 of Air. Both of these cards talk about transitioning in some way. They talk about crossing a bridge in some way. They talk about having a vision and deciding to commit to it, to fully move from one space to the next. So there are opportunities bubbling up for my pile number 3 in day-to-day life to either start something new, a new relationship, a new job, a new project, or to and I think that's actually for the majority of you, to take on a new form of yourself, because we do have the devil here, and the devil, even though sometimes it can feel like it's a scary card, it's actually a very useful card in tarot, because it teaches us to listen to our needs, our wants, our desires, versus the masks that we've been putting on for society, for people around us, etc. So the devil asks us to shed, and it's literally burning. It's literally like a bed burning away. It's asking us to burn away all pretenses, all masks, all falseness, to reveal the core of who we are and to walk into a more authentic version of ourselves, where we are fully committing to shining our own light. So it might be a time right now, my pile number 3, where in your day-to-day life, like I was saying, there are opportunities for you to kind of become someone new, to kind of like move away from, kind of drop away a mask you've been wearing and fully commit to sharing your true self with the world. It might be that you are coming out of the closet, some kind of closet, the witch closet, the tarot closet, whatever it is. I'm sensing for some of you, you are like facing this kind of transition, which can be very scary, of like, you know what, this is who I am, I'm proud of myself, and I'm gonna be unapologetically me. There could also be themes around here of daring to dream as well a little bit, and maybe redefining who you are in terms of like re-elevating the visions you had for yourself. So some of you might even have higher ambitions than you used to have. Maybe you always thought, oh, you know what, being a boss is not for me, I'm not cut out for this, I don't think I would be good at it. And then right now you're actually like, you know what, I actually think I would be a great boss, or I think I would be a great teacher, or I think I would be a great parent, whatever it may be. For some of you it could be around deciding to face your fears. I'm also seeing a big time of facing your fears and of deciding to step into this next phase of yourself a lot more confidently and with a lot more faith in the universe and in yourself. You are, I think this is very beautiful, because this person is literally naked. They've shed any layers of masks, of like pretenses. They're fully unapologetically themselves. Not that you need to go walk around naked in the world, but metaphorically, it's you dropping all the layers and stepping into this next chapter with more trust and confidence that you will be carried where you need to. So even though things might feel a little bit icky right now, maybe you're feeling like literally things are shedding, or like you're burning away all the layers, all the fears and all of that. This is happening so that you can discover what was hiding behind those shells, those layers, this whole time. So it's really an evolutional and transitional time for yourself. I think not necessarily external circumstances, but I think in terms of your identity, your ego, how you define yourself, there could be some big change for my pile number 3, and that could be what your dreams are trying to tell you. It's an invitation to cross that bridge, to step into this new form, to evolve like like a Pokemon, leveling up. So that could definitely be, I think, what your dreams are trying to convey right now. I want to pull some oracle cards, see if there's anything else we can get from my pile number 3, any other messages that might come through around what are your dreams trying to tell you. We have expansion. See, it's truly a leveling up moment for my pile number 3, and that sometimes before expansion there usually is contraction. So if you're going through some challenges right now, if you're feeling stressed, or if you're feeling even exhausted and burnt out and all of that, know that there's some bubbling up of like a new level starting for yourself that is coming through, and that potentially, if you're not seeing that manifest in your life yet, it's definitely coming through first through your subconscious, through your dreams, in order for then the steps to show themselves in your day-to-day waking world. So it's a time of expansion for sure for my pile number 3. And expansion is not necessarily easy. That's why we have the devil. Sometimes in order to expand, we have to face what was not working in the first place, and we have to move away from it. And that can require courage and bravery. So it's not easy. And we also have earth. Okay, so an advice here is to remain grounded, to do whatever you can to kind of keep your 2 feet on the earth, to find some grounding practices. Some of you might also be not getting enough sleep. Just saying, that's a message that's coming through. So if you can kind of like tidy up your sleep schedule, if there's anything you can do to make sure that you're getting better sleep, maybe moving away from your phone sooner, maybe doing a little bit of breathing meditation before going to bed, maybe changing the lighting in your room, whatever, I don't know, small steps, drinking some sleepy tea before you go to bed. There's some little advice here on taking care of your body, of your health a little bit more, and on also making sure you're feeling rested and grounded as much as you can. So that's a little advice coming through. And one more oracle card before we look at what the last message was for you guys. Let's see, your dreams trying to tell you any hidden messages in your dreams for my pile number 3. We have Dance of Heartbeats. Beautiful. What a beautiful card. I see joy here. I see connection to nature. We have lots of animal medicine here. We have turtles, and we have tiger and lions and snakes. So those might be like animals that are appearing in your dreams. Maybe animal guides showing up for you with messages in your dreams. We have dolphins here coming through. Mermaids. So those could be things that are inviting themselves in your dreams. And this particular card, I think, is definitely a message of enjoyment. It's a message of celebration, but also a message with those 2 figures connecting of, I think, respecting others' boundaries as well as ourselves. And so potentially while you're going through this transition and you are like redefining who you are and embracing a new version of yourself, you might have to kind of like create some healthy boundaries around respecting other people's needs, but also respecting your own, and finding the perfect communion and harmony between those 2. I think harmony is a big theme here. Okay, I want to read this particular card which helped you choose this pile. Let's see what it has to say. And we have platypus. Evolution. Well, there we go. When swift action seems of the utmost importance and change is met with resistance, the creep of gradual micro-adjustments can frustrate the best of us. But in those moments, platypus reminds us there is often more at play than best laid plans and thoughtful intentions. Complex systems require comprehensive inquiry and broad understanding. The evolution of the heart, mind, and soul is measured. Inching forward at a glacial pace is necessary for sustainability and longevity. Let it be slow. Beautiful. So I think obviously this is reinforcement of what we talked about, that this is a time of evolution, but also it's a reminder to not rush over those steps. Every time we are transforming, every time we're shedding layers, it requires work, it requires patience, it requires healing. So we have to give ourselves the time to settle in, to process. So I think for my pile number 3, your dreams are also trying to tell you that now is the time to be extra kind to yourself, extra gentle, find enjoyment where you can, and remind yourself to take things slow, okay? Beautiful. So I hope this reading brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to leave my video a thumbs up, or you can leave me a comment. It's a nice exchange of energy and it really helps my channel to grow. I want to thank you so much for being here, and until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!